Hey guys, it's Audrey and welcome back to 365 Projects. I am here today with a video I'm super excited about and I couldn't wait to film. That's why I have no makeup on. We're just gonna go all natural. I got my eyebrows tinted yesterday, so I actually look like I have brows this time. That's exciting. But moving on, I got my order from Book Outlet. This is from the Scratch and Dent sale, so there are 15 books in here that were just $38 altogether. So some were $3 and some were like less than $1. And I'm excited to see if this is like worth the money. So Scratch and Dent is like there may be a scratch or a dent like on the cover. There could be a tear on the cover. It could even be like without a dust jacket. So you don't really know how things are going to show up if they even have the same cover as the one that you bought. And so this will be interesting to see. Some of these are books that I've been wanting for a while. Some of these are books that I have been wanting to add to like my forever collection of my favorite books. So I'm hoping those are okay. And some books are ones that I've never heard of that just sounded interesting. So let's open these up and I will give my thoughts on whether the Scratch and Dent books are really worth the money or if maybe we should just buy from the bargain side of Book Outlet, because the deals you can't beat. You just simply cannot. So let's open this up. I haven't even opened the box yet. Can't see that, that's not fair. Okay. So just to confirm, let's see. So there's the proof that it was $38.84 for all these books, and I'm not going to break down each one, but we're just going to get into it. So the first one on top is Uprooted by Albert Marin. This one is either a YA or a children's nonfiction. You can kind of see in there, it's the Japanese-American experience during World War II. So basically how we treated them. And it is got a whole bunch of awards the year that it came out. So I'm excited to read this one. From what I see Scratch and Dent-wise, it's just like a little rough edge on the cover. And honestly, I take these off when I read anyways. And it has the same thing underneath. Little tear there, but this is definitely worth the money. Like I said, none of these books are over $3. This is a pretty new, nice hardcover. So there's book one. That was a win. Ooh, this is one of my ones I was excited about. And it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Like there's a little tear in the corner, but wow. This is basically like new. I don't see anything wrong with it. This is Rain Rain by Anne M. Martin, a favorite book of a lot of my kids at school. So this is about a little girl. Her name is Rose. And she's obsessed with homonyms and her dog, and the dog runs away. This book made me cry 3 different times, and children's fiction gets me more than any other kind of book when it comes to tears, but I don't do it often. But it is such a great book. Like I said, all my kids love it, so I'm excited to add this to my forever collection. It's in great shape. Number 3, let's see what this is. This is A Storied Life of A.J. Fikriye by Gabrielle Zevin. This is one I've been wanting, especially this cover was the one that I've been waiting for. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. Wow, I'm excited. I just read Young Jane Young not too long ago. It was one of my favorite books of the year so far, and this is by that same author. So this is about a man named A.J. Fikriye, obviously, who owns a bookstore, and his wife has just passed away. He is grieving, and then all of a sudden a package shows up on his doorstep, and it's a baby. So it's about how that changed his life. I've heard nothing but great things about this. I think the cover is beautiful. Once again, nothing wrong with this copy, so this is definitely a win. Up next, I picked up The Atomic Weight of Love by Elizabeth Jade Church. I don't know much about this. It's one I've had on my TBR all year because a friend recommended it to me, and she always has great recommendations. It looks like a woman who's in 1941 at the University of Chicago. She's a physicist. And it's like the story of her life, her love, and the Vietnam War, that kind of thing. I don't see anything wrong with this one either. I mean, it's a little pushed up there, but that's it. Wow. And I guess in the corner here too. But that's all. Which is, honestly, this is how you find books at Barnes & Noble. There was a book that I just got that was completely the spine. Ooh, girl. But I wanted it really bad. So next one, another one to my favorite collection, Crenshaw. If you have not read this one, I've read it twice. This has been an award book. It's about a little boy whose family is homeless again, and his imaginary friend comes back. And he's a big purple cat that loves jelly beans, and it's just super cute. I absolutely adore this book, and once again, I don't see anything wrong with these. I'm just in shock. Like, Forever Collection, good to go. Alright, next up, we have The Golden Sun by Shalipi Samaya Guada, maybe? I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. This one was less than $1. I do know that. And once again, I see nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with it. I can't remember what this is about. It's about Indian American family. I think I've read The Secret Daughter a long time ago, and I loved it, so I wanted to get this one. The cover is just gorgeous. And the next one coming out of the box is Blood, Bullets, and Bones, the story of forensic science from Sherlock Holmes to DNA by Bridget Eos, maybe? This one I've been wanting to read for a very long time, and I found on the site. It's a hardback, and I am a CSI junkie, always have been, did my senior project on it. So this is a YA nonfiction book, and once again, I mean, there's this little issue in the corner, but that is it, so another one for the win. Like, really, none of these are in bad shape. Okay, moving on. Another one for my forever collection, The Forgetting Time. Oof. This cover, though. This cover. It is a little torn. This is probably the one that's in the worst shape. You can't quite see it. There it is. But that really, it doesn't bother me too much because, like I said, forever collection. This is about a little boy who believes he is, like, with the wrong mom. He has been reincarnated, and it's about, like, the mom trying to figure out what is going on, and I just learned a whole lot about the belief system behind reincarnation that I didn't know, and there is a doctor, a philosopher or something, and there's a professor that tries to, like, help them and, like, shows them all the other kind of cases, and so it's a different read, but I really enjoyed it. It was one of my favorite books a few years ago, and I'm glad to add this one, especially this cover. Like I said, it's a beautiful cover. Moving on. Maybe. It's a big hardback. Okay, so this is the one that's in the worst shape. I picked up Renegades by Marissa Meyer. This is one I thought I would never, ever pick up, but it's been so hyped, and, like, people that normally read contemporary are even liking it. This is fantasy. Not really exactly sure what it's about. I guess I could look, maybe. It says secret identities, extraordinary powers. She wants vengeance, he wants justice. So, there are prodigy humans with extraordinary abilities emerge from the ruins of a crumbled society and establish peace and order where chaos reigned. Champions of justice, they remain a symbol of hope and courage to everyone except the villains they overthrew. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to give it a shot, but Scratch and Dent because that cover is shot. So, I'm glad to have it because I'm going to probably listen to it on audiobook and follow along. Chelsea from Chelsea Going Reads kind of gave me that hack idea, which, why haven't I thought of that before? I use that for my kids all the time. Use it for myself, why not? So fantasy and nonfiction, I've been doing that here lately, and I have a copy of it now, I guess. So there's that. So that's like the first real dinger, I guess, in the whole box, which I'm excited. Okay, this one, please be in good shape. This was my favorite YA of last year, Piecing Me Together. And for the most part, it looks like it's in good shape. Just has that little tear there, nothing to be upset about, I guess. And it has, the awards are coming off, like they were put on after. I wonder where this one came from. But still, like I said, favorite YA of last year. This is about a girl, her name is Jade, and it's basically a story of a black child in a black community just wanting people to let her live her life, not give her handouts, and let her earn things the way that she should. And she loves art. There's a lot of just a great conversation about the black community and how we are doing a disservice to some communities by just giving them handouts when in fact they really want to earn things. And it's just a beautiful read. I love Renee Watson's work. I've read some others of hers and I cannot recommend her writing enough. Next in the box, we have The Book of Speculation by Erica Swiler. This is one I've had on my radar before. I've never picked it up, but Julie from Pages of Pen, some other people have been picking it up because I believe there's something to do with mermaids and a circus involved, with a book filled with like generations of information. I think it's just going to be one that I enjoy and I'm excited to have in my collection now. I, again, don't see anything wrong with it. Like, there used to be a sticker here, but that's it. So maybe some goo be gone or whatever, and we'll be good to go. Let's see what else is in here. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. This is Wool by Hugh Howey. You can see the cover is a little bit bent, which is not a big deal. This is a dystopian book, and I was actually recommended this by somebody randomly in my hometown public library, and she just said these were really good, like unlike anything she's ever read before. So basically it just says on the back, what would you do if the world outside was deadly and the air you breathe could kill, and you lived in a place where every birth required a death, and the choices you made would save lives or destroy them? This is Jules' story. This is his world of wool. I believe they live in a silo. So I think there's 3 books in this trilogy, so I'm excited to have this. It is lengthier. It's one I wouldn't want to check out from the library because it would take me forever and a day, so I might as well have a personal copy. One second. My dog got a hold of the receipt and is shredding it, so I'll be right back. Brady. Oh my goodness. No, bad dog. Well, at least there's no evidence that I bought more books. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So means there should be 3 more in the box, so let's see what we got next. This is Whitebone by Barbara Gowdy. I do not remember this cover. So the cover has been changed. I think the cover I thought I saw was like orange. So this is much different from anything I've probably ever read. But this is from the point of view of this young elephant named Mud as he goes across the African plains and survives that. And supposedly there might be some magic mixed in. So, I don't know. It's different. We'll see how it goes. And it was less than $1, so I wanted to give it a shot. And the very last one is In the Country You Love by Diane Guerrero. She is on Orange is the New Black, which I really like that show, and I'm super excited for the next season to come out in the next few weeks. This is just her story and her biography of what it's like to be from a family of undocumented immigrants. When she was 14, her parents and her brother were actually deported. So I can only imagine how hard this is going to be to read. If you haven't caught wind recently, I've been reading a lot of books and picking up a lot of books about immigrants and about what it's like to be treated the way that our country is treating them. And so just hearing a biography point of view is going to be very interesting and probably very heartbreaking. So let's not end it on a sad note. That last book was a little rough. Got all of these, plus these, and these for 38 bucks. I really can't complain. You saw there's barely anything wrong with some of these. There's just little bitty tears or a rolled corner. There was only this one that's completely shot, and honestly, I'm not too bothered by it. I know some people would be if you plan on keeping this, but it's not one that I was ride or die for to the beginning. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is definitely worth the coin because I got a lot of books that I've been wanting to read. I got a lot of books. I think there's 4 to add to my forever collection of things I just want to keep forever. So I am very pleased with my experience on the Scratch and Dent sale. So Book Outlet, when are you going to do another one? Because I'm down. So let me know down below if you bought anything from this Scratch and Dent sale or if you picked up something recently from Book Outlet that I need to get my hands on. There were a few books that I didn't get to buy. I wanted the trilogy from the Angels Walking series by Karen Kingsbury. It's just a random series that is about angels walking around and saving our lives basically, which is not my normal wheelhouse of things, but I really enjoyed it and I wanted it for my forever collection, but I had it in my cart and then somebody else bought it apparently because then the first one vanished. It's I can't buy just the second and third book. But anyways, hopefully they show it back on the site so I can get in a future sale. But until then, let me know what else I should try to pick up. that is cheap, 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 because when you're buying a bunch of books, it adds up quickly. You already know. You already know. Anyways, like I said, leave all those book ideas down below, and I will definitely check them out. So, until next time, bye guys!